3, 2, 1. Ladies and gents, I'm glad to bring you the Assassination Rogue. Many people wondering how the Rogue is faring in a world where we're slowing down the melee, right? We're slowing them down, we're making things a little bit tidier, a little bit neater is the idea. Have they gone too far or has it been okay? That is generally the big question people are asking. I'm glad to say with Assassination, I actually didn't notice too much slowdown at all. So you can rest easy, that's probably not going to be a big deal. Sure, it seems like they've taken a little bit of pace out of it, but ultimately Assassination was always kind of a methodical spec anyway. You were always looking to really maintain the debuffs more than actually spam mutilate. You were always looking to make sure your envenom uptime was purely enough. You were trying to maximize that, maximize rupture as well. I've got to say, it's very weird to have slice and dice removed though. I felt very uncomfortable removing what has been my number 2 on my keyboard for, what, nearly on 10 years now, to see that stripped away. But it's baked into the class now, so don't worry about saying you didn't have slice and dice on, you massive noob. It's actually just gone. They've taken it away. I assume based on the idea that envenom was refreshing it anyway. I don't think it was needed to have slice and dice removed. It's always nice to know that you've got this on. If it's just going to be passively baked in, why don't we just attack faster anyway? Why do we have to have slice and dice in existence at all? That's the question I put to you. One of the things that people really are curious about though is how the level 100 talents are working out. Death from above! Shadow Reflection. They're so cool, aren't they? So cool. And Venom Zest. Venom Zest. Giving you extra energy the more things you poison. And of course with Assassination we are poisoning the shit out of absolutely everything. So how are they looking? Curious. There's a big problem with Shadow Reflection that I hope gets looked at, is that it doesn't copy poison damage. Right, it copies your yellow attack, so it copies things like your mutilate, it'll copy your envenoms, the damage it does, and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't imply the envenom debuff, which would have been really cool if you could time it so you, while you're doing your Shadow Reflection, which copies what you do for 8 seconds and then it repeats it, is if you could line it up so you get an extra envenom debuff. That would have been pretty fucking awesome, in my opinion. But the fact that it doesn't proc poisons kind of makes it a little bit on the weak side, unfortunately. But you'll be glad to know Death from Above is actually solidly ahead at the moment over Venom Zest, despite the fact you get the added energy regen and all that kind of stuff. And even for AoE, Death from Above is winning. So single target and AoE, Death from Above is ahead. But let me let you in on a little bit of news. You know, there aren't many classes that have a spell that can kill them. Rogues have one. It's called Killing Spree, yeah? If you played a rogue and you fought one of those bosses who seems to be hanging over a cliff or anything like that, Killing Spree can sometimes lead to your death. No other class has that issue. None in the game. So Blizzard decided to give you another one. Yes, Death from Above will throw you into the air and throw you just straight off the cliff as well, which is really fucking sad. So no other class has that issue. Rogues have it twice. Other than that, Assassination plays exactly the same. I'm looking forward to do combat. It's got some bugs in it at the moment, which make it a little bit pointless for me to cover. And we'll also take a look at sub. Alright guys, there's your very quick look at the Assassination Rogue. I'll see you later guys. Bye.